when obtaining the gift of hindsight. This grants us the ability to decipher both innocent and guilty behavior upon analysis. Though not entirely a foundational argument, it will paint a vivid picture in the mind of those who are given the task of passing judgment. However, what makes the case of Herny Dinkins much more convoluted is the lack of DNA evidence presented, despite the gruesome nature of the crime depicted.
They want to talk a lot about bleach and how bleach destroys DNA, but they also have to get you to assume and understand that not only if their theory is right, that Mr. Dinkins not only did it, but he did it to the point that he destroyed any possibility of DNA at any crime location on any piece of evidence.
Some may even argue the decision for a bench trial was a strategic decision by Herny and his defense team, as we will listen to forensic scientists testify about excavating and analyzing the remains. The drama began to unravel on the morning of July 10th, 2020, when police were called to the residence in Davenport, Iowa in response to a missing child. According to the arrest affidavit, Aisha Langford would initially call police after reporting her 10-year-old daughter Breasia Terrell missing. Aisha was notified by the defendant Herny Dinkins that Breasia had suddenly vanished in the midst of the night under his supervision. It's important to mention that Herny is currently on the registry for sexually abusing a 5-year-old child when he was 17 years of age. We will now briefly listen to the testimony of Andrea Culberson in order to gather important context. Andrea is the owner of the apartment and is the last person to have saw Breasia with Herny.
All right, from there then, when you noticed that Mr. Dinkins was gone, you noticed that Breasia was gone, what did you do?
First thing I did was try to call him.
What happened when you tried to call him?
It rang and it went to voicemail.
All right.
And then, like a half hour later, I hear a key. And then heard someone softly coming up the stairs. I guess he thought I was asleep and didn't expect me to be up. And when I saw him, he had on a whole different outfit. So I don't know.
Do you recall what Mr. Dinkins was wearing when you fell asleep?
I do.
What was he wearing when you fell asleep?
Kind of like a white beater and colorful shorts, like white, blue, and pink.
All right. And then when he came up the stairs, what do you remember, if anything, about what he had on?
I would say like a white t-shirt and some blue shorts that looked like bandana pattern and some sneakers.
Was there any dialogue that you initiated with Mr. Dinkins?
I tried.
Tell us about that.
I was like, what's going on? Where are you going? What's going on? And he's like, I'll be back. And about the time we're talking, he's inside the room in the closet grabbing something. What is he grabbing? I do not know. But while he's grabbing that, I looked out the window and saw Breasia outside of the car. So now my heart's like, okay. She is with him, she's safe, but yeah,
From there then, what did Mr. Dinkins do?
Leave.
Okay. Does Mr. Dinkins ever return to the apartment again?
To pick up, that's it.
Okay. Do you know specifically what time Mr. Dinkins got back to the apartment?
I do not.
Can you give us a perspective relative to whether or not it was night or if the sun was starting to rise?
There was light.
Okay. Did Mr. Dinkins return to the apartment to get another bag of clothing?
Yes.
How did he get access to that clothing?
I actually brought it down to him.
Did you go out in the parking lot?
Yes.
What vehicle was he in?
The Impala.
Did you go up to the vehicle?
I did.
When you went up to the vehicle, were you able to see who was in the car?
I did.
Describe what you observed.
I was him and that's it.
Did you see Breasia anywhere within the passenger compartment of that vehicle?
Not at all.
What happened next?
And then next thing I know, detectives are at my house.
Your mom? Yeah. Okay.
Police would arrive at the residence to conduct a brief search and document any information that could be useful in locating Breasia.
47. Okay. And Henry lives here.
Yeah, I guess so. This is where he told me to come.
Okay.
He don't even know how long she's even been gone.
Yeah. What's your daughter's name?
Breasia, B-R-E-A.
E.A.
S-I-A.
The responding officer would initially document Aisha's information before inquiring about Henry.
Okay. What's up, Henry? So when was the last time you saw her?
She was in the house.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw her?
9:30.
Last night?
9:30.
Okay. Okay.
With him.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
She was in the bed when I woke up this morning.
She was in the bed?
Yeah.
When you went to bed last night? Okay.
Henry would eventually saunter into frame with his 11-year-old son, Little Dink, or who will commonly be referred to as LD. LD would play a pivotal role during trial as he claimed to have saw exactly what happened to his sister. What truly makes this segment even more sombering is that 7 hours prior, Henry had just shot Breasia in the face before discarding her body at a nearby pond. The officer now inquires into some basic information, which Henry seems quite reluctant to do so.
This is crazy, man. This is like, you know what I'm saying? I know she hysterical, big brother.
Yeah. D-I-N.
K-I-N-S.
Your date of birth, Henry?
August 2nd, 72.
Is this your home address?
No.
What's your address?
It's down by Ralston Carino.
I just.
Yeah, I just know down.
You don't know your
I don't know the
address?
full address.
Do you know your phone number?
Hell no, I don't even know that either. I swear to God, I don't.
Henry, you don't know where your daughter is, you don't know your address, and you don't know your phone number.
No, for real. I'm finna
So,
give it to you now.
The officer notices this apprehension and makes a facetious observation. When taking a closer look at Henry's kinesics, we notice the absence of urgency and the calmness in his voice, as an innocent subject would sound much more frantic upon losing their 10-year-old child.
You think I'll be lying, but
Well, no, it's just, it's kind of.
because I don't call myself.
I know, but you gotta know your number. You gotta know your address.
I don't.
So this is your girlfriend's address here?
It's just a good friend.
Okay.
Okay, here go my phone right here.
I bet people have been banging on it.
Okay, what was she last wearing?
In the bed.
What you have on, some shorts?
What color?
I don't remember. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't
What's her height and weight, you think?
She's a little taller than he is.
She's just
Okay.
She's a little taller than that. She's probably about like this here.
Okay, what's her hair look like?
she had
Brownish,
dreads. Long.
dreads.
Long.
Yep.
Long and dreads hair?
Yep.
Like shoulder length or
Down.
middle of the back?
Down here.
Okay. Mid-back, dreads. Right? Is that how we would
Yes.
label that?
Yes.
You guys don't have alarms or anything on your doors if the door's open?
No.
Okay.
You should get one. You should get one.
It's too late.
And-
I'm talking about getting one.
Listen, I know this sounds dumb. I've lost my kids too.
Right.
Okay. Actually, mine just happened last week, and we went back in and we found them in the bedroom.
No, we just searched.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to who have you called? What
not
doors
called.
have you knocked on?
I don't know these people out here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I called her.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And she told me she was at work. At first, I was riding around looking.
Yeah.
And then me and my son started riding around looking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then
So how long ago has it been? An hour?
it's been a couple hours.
Couple hours?
Couple hours.
Okay.
Couple hours.
Have we called grandmas? Have we called cousins?
That's what I just asked. She the one. I don't know all that. She knows all that.
She called my grandma already.
She
Okay.
knows all that, not me.
Okay. Do we have a picture?
She does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah. She got the picture, bro.
This portion of the video highlights the lack of effort in trying to help the officer locate Breasia, as he hasn't went to any houses, knocked on any doors, or stopped at any surrounding businesses to see if Breasia had been spotted on surveillance.
He need a picture of her.
You don't have nothing with you right now. Okay, that's fine. Have we called family?
I've called everybody. I have my
Okay.
uncle out riding around. My mom's on her way out here. My
We've been
friends on their
everywhere.
way out
We've
here.
been everywhere.
And she's gonna be with a friend inside some apartment,
That's
most
why I
likely.
just said I'm gonna still look.
Okay.
We don't know anybody out here though. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
She would have never.
How many-
She would have never. First of all, she would have never woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and she would have never.
What you mean? 8 o'clock in the morning.
I'm just saying.
That ain't what I
She
said. I
definitely
never
was-
said.
I know
Okay,
you
guys,
didn't say that.
this isn't the time to fight.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck about you walking. You lost her though.
How you lose?
Because you was watching her, Henry. What do you mean?
But hey,
I'm gone, sir. Come on, D.
listen to me.
I'm gone.
Well, you guys gotta come together right now. This isn't a time to fight about it. Okay. So, well, hey, if you, well, how am I supposed to? What do you want me to do?
I got everything, bro. I got nothing. You see how she stepped on me? You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
I
I got no picture. I got no. What do you want me to do?
What am I supposed to do? You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
I
All
get
thing
it,
I can do is
Henry.
look.
I get it. I
All
get
I
it.
can do is look.
I get it, Henry. Henry, let's go inside the apartment one more time.
It was later clarified that Aisha had left the scene in order to find a picture of Breasia to give to the officer. After the two part ways, the officer continued searching for Breasia despite not having much information to work with.
Look, this happens more often than you think. I mean, well, I understand why she's upset.
I
But
understand too.
when I'm trying to
upset,
help,
but
she
you
can't run
get
away from
upset.
me.
You can't
I
get
don't.
upset and deal with the issues.
Yes.
You got to keep a level head.
Yeah.
You know that. I learned that a long time ago.
104 and 105.
How many times have you guys stayed out here?
How many times have I been out here? The kids, this is their first time.
Oh, it's the very first time she's ever stayed here.
104 and 105. Start forward.
And so she
They've
has
been over here, but they never stayed.
she has never stayed here.
Take the daughter out.
Like I said,
So I wonder just.
Daughter saying she was assaulted by the mom, and that the mom is not allowing her to get her things.
I mean,
this is such a small.
We get-
She's not in our look. She gonna open the door, man. She's gonna open.
what's her name?
She's gonna open.
The officer would search Andrea's residence, hoping to find the child hiding inside. The officer checks under the bed and inspects the closet before exiting the residence. When returning back outside, Henry was nowhere to be found, as he himself had suddenly vanished as well. This moment would be highlighted during trial, as his movements were unaccounted for. 4 hours later, Henry would eventually meet with police for an interview.
Okay, are you gonna come out and help look or not?
After the interview with detectives, the investigation in locating Breasia would soon commence, and Henry was a prime suspect in her disappearance. Police would obtain footage from numerous surveillance systems from neighboring properties, which captured Henry's exact movements the morning of July 10th, as Henry was seen on video stopping at a local Walmart, purchasing bleach. Not only that, but Henry was also seen driving to Credit Island and back numerous times. On March 22nd, 2021, almost 8 months after Breasia's disappearance, 3 local fishermen would make a horrific discovery near a pond in North Davenport.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paul Sikorsky, and I'm the police chief here in Davenport. And last Monday, the Davenport Police Department was contacted by the Clinton County Sheriff's Department in regarding to the discovery of human remains near 270th Avenue near DeWitt. An autopsy on the remains was conducted by the Division of Criminal Investigation, and we have received confirmation that the remains are those of Breasia Terrell. As this case turns from a missing child to a homicide investigation, we know our community is anxious for information regarding the investigation and any charges that may be forthcoming. We also understand the desire to see the perpetrator of this crime brought to justice. However, in order to maintain the integrity of this investigation, one that's been going on for some 9 months now, nonstop, I'm not able to comment on any specific investigative details at this time. And I hope you all will respect that for the integrity of this investigation.
And so they did. What truly makes this case a spectacle to observe in its entirety is the effort police and FBI would go to bring justice to Breasia's family. After conducting the autopsy on the remains, forensic scientists were able to conclude that Breasia had succumbed to multiple gunshot wounds, one to the jaw and one to the shoulder.
In your examination of the skeletal remains, did you note any trauma?
I did.
Describe the trauma that you noted.
There was a semicircular defect to the inferior portion of the left mandible, which was consistent with a bullet impact traveling left to right through that mandible portion. Okay. And then I also had a defect, kind of a circular crushing defect between the third and fourth vertebrae in the neck, the cervical vertebrae, that would be consistent with a bullet impact.
Police would eventually locate Henry's Impala, analyzing soil samples from the pond in which Breasia was found, and soil found inside the driver's side of the vehicle. 3 out of 4 tests would return as conclusive, proving that Henry was indeed in the exact location Breasia was found. Police would also recover a revolver near the crime scene, which matched the exact description LD claimed to have saw. After obtaining Henry's phone, mobile forensics were able to conclude that Henry had indeed intentionally turned off his phone at different time periods throughout the day. Hair follicles were also obtained from Henry's Impala, and the results would return as an exact match of African American descent. Shockingly, during trial, LD would later testify claiming that he saw his father shoot Breasia in the woods.
Either you were there when she was killed or you weren't.
I said, I guess.
I don't accept that answer, sir. Either you were there when she was shot or you weren't.
I was there. Damn.
So you were there?
Yes.
You saw your dad shoot Breasia Terrell?
Yes.
Okay. And how come you didn't say that when the prosecutor asked you? Because it's not the truth, right?
Everything I say is true.
Okay, so the whole story about the bloody knife and going to Walmart, you just conveniently left out the fact that you saw your sister get shot when the prosecutor was asking you?
I didn't leave it out. I didn't speak about it. I hate speaking about it.
LD's story would coincide with the information gathered from police, as LD specifically claimed to have saw his father use a silver firearm. He also claimed to have saw his father purchase bleach and used a spray bottle to clean a machete that was later found in Henry's motorhome. Though there weren't any DNA evidence found directly linking Henry to Breasia's death, this would be attributed to the use of bleach and the remains being left in the elements for months on end. Cadaver dogs were also used during the investigation, which further proved that Henry was indeed present at the crime scene. After a lengthy trial, Judge Latham would come to a conclusion and convict Henry of the kidnapping and murder of Breasia Terrell. Henry Dinkins was sentenced to serve 2 consecutive life sentences in prison without the possibility of parole.
The state feels justice has been served in this case. I want to acknowledge and thank members of our law enforcement community for their efforts and how they brought closure to this family. We are very blessed here in Scott County to have the caliber of law enforcement officers who serve us and who make sacrifices every day to serve and protect our community. I'm glad to see that this family finally has closure. The family, we are keeping them in our prayers, and we would ask the community to continue in their efforts in supporting and praying for this family.
If you found this video informative, do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.